Mint Museum of Toys presents another one-of-a-kind, sophisticated lifestyle experience. An enchanting evening of coffee drip illustrations inspired by Singapore-made toys and childhood memories. Go behind the scenes of this multi-sensorial experience, where rarely seen details come to life. Here, General Manager Christopher personally prepares a floral arrangement to set the stage for the evening's cocktail hour. For the El Aperitivo segment, featuring a live installation of edible art accompanied by antipasto and Italian wines, the featured artist of the evening, Giulia Bernardelli, is seen here preparing her pre-installation works, having journeyed all the way from Italy for this special showcase. In preparation for the workshop, where guests will learn to use coffee as a medium to illustrate childhood memories or draw inspiration from the museum's toy collection, Christopher curates a special showcase for the night. Highlights include a rare pre-war collectible, the Seaview Hotel Chef doll from the 1940s. Also featured are toys produced by local companies like Blue Box in the 1950s, alongside nostalgic favorites from Singaporean childhoods such as glass marbles, aeroplane chess, and Kuti Kuti. Here we see Giulia preparing varying intensities of coffee for guests to create different shades for their coffee art, with the rich aroma of coffee filling the entire childhood favorites level. The scent and preparation process together transform the space, creating an immersive atmosphere where guests can fully experience the magic of coffee art. Our event partner, Lynn from Lil Palette, oversees all art and workshop materials. Here, she's thoughtfully preparing high-quality paper, brushes, and tools, ensuring every guest has what they need to create their own beautiful coffee art masterpiece. And finally, we are ready to begin the evening. Guests are welcomed at registration with a glass of Italian red or white wine, because every great event, after all, begins with a drink in hand. On their way to the cocktail hour, also known as El Aperitivo, guests were invited to wander through the museum and explore its fascinating collection of vintage toys. As guests arrived at Level 2, Collectibles, where El Aperitivo was held, the space quickly filled with lively conversations, networking, flowing Italian wines, and delicious antipasto, setting the perfect tone for an evening of art and connection. Coffee art pieces by Giulia Bernardelli were also on display for appreciation and sale, adding a layer of artistic elegance to the evening.
Enjoy the way that she has put this together, and along the way during this cocktail hour, she will be continuing her art piece, and it's an animal artwork.
Full of gratitude about nature, about food.
Guests mingled over food and drinks while admiring her intricate works, sparking meaningful conversations around art, memory, and creativity in the unique setting of the museum. How do you feel this experience have made you reflect upon your childhood memories differently?
Mine is not so much of the exact thing, but it reminded me of things that I used to do when I was young. Also like to do Chinese painting when I was young.
Look at this. Shishi Wushan bamboo. Oh, this one is the Little Prince.
Soon, it was time for everyone to create their own coffee masterpieces. Guests made their way to Level 3, Childhood Favorites, where they settled into their seats. Lynn Giulia kicked off the workshop with a sharing about the artist's emotional journey using food and coffee as medium of art. Giulia then started a captivating live demonstration, bringing the magic of coffee art to life before their eyes. During the workshop, guests were pleasantly surprised by a special appearance from the museum's founder, Chang Yang Pa. He shared delightful stories about the iconic Seaview Hotel Chef doll and Blue Box. a prominent Singaporean toy company from the 1950s that no longer exists today. His anecdotes added a rich historical narrative and offered guests a meaningful source of creative inspiration for their artworks. It was heartening to see guests take a moment to reconnect with their childhood memories, sharing personal stories with friends and companions.
You feel the artistic process of performing live enhance your understanding of toys?
Just showing them from a different point of view. Magically spilled out a cup of coffee, and I think the role of my art, of my coffee art, food art, is to switch the point of view and making the food or the coffee as a protagonist.
The atmosphere was filled with nostalgia, joy and warmth, as each person found inspiration in the past to create meaningful artwork using coffee as their medium. The workshop concluded on a heartwarming note, with everyone beaming with pride over the artworks they had created. There was a shared sense of wonder as childhood memories resurfaced, and many left with a special takeaway, having experienced the joy of using coffee as an artistic medium for the very first time.
How do you think coffee art has helped you to reflect upon childhood memories differently?
Coffee art in particular.
Yeah, from what you have done.
I guess it's the material and the substance. So when I look at it, it feels like watercolor, right? So when I think about watercolor, I think about pastel art designs that I did when I was young.
After the workshop, guests were treated to a unique experience in collaboration with vinyl listening bistro bar Vertigo 26, located in the museum's basement. To mark the occasion, a special Singapore-themed cocktail named 26 Sire was crafted exclusively for the event. Inspired by one of Singapore's most beloved yet hotly debated dishes, chicken rice, the cocktail offered a bold take, citrusy, umami-rich, punchy, with just a hint of spice. It was a playful, flavorful end to an evening that celebrated creativity, culture, and childhood nostalgia in the most unexpected ways. See you at the Mint Museum of Toys again soon.